going to go ahead and start. So this is one of the first of your online learning initiative workshops, and this one's just on Canvas, some of the advanced tools in Canvas. So when Martha asked me about doing a workshop, I was thinking about some of the things in Canvas that I don't see instructors using a lot, or that they may not even know about. So the first thing is the mobile technology. So how many of you are actually using your course materials and uploading course materials using your cell phone or your iPad? Just one. So not very many at all. So that was one of my thoughts on that. And then the other thing I wanted to cover was Edgy Apps, which was just added this past summer. So I'm going to show you this slide very quickly because I was up last night and I was hungry. So this is going to be called App Love. It's a Canvas Advanced Workshop, and as I said, we're going to talk about the mobile apps, things that there are 2 programs that you can download from the iTunes App Store, and also from Google Play, which is the Instructure Canvas program, and the SpeedGrader. And probably a lot of you are already familiar with the SpeedGrader because you can use that right from your desktop version as well. Okay. Okay. Well, we're not going to go into detail on SpeedGrader, but I want you to know that it is available to you. So this is the Canvas by Instructure logo, and the logo for the SpeedGrader. So those are the 2 items that you'll look for
so
inside.
So you download SpeedGrader separately?
SpeedGrader is a separate app. So either inside the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. So you can use these mobile apps on your iPhone, iOS 6 and above for the new version, which is 2.0, that just recently came out. iOS 5 and below is still available. It has a different icon, but you'll find that one in there as well. If you're using your iPad, it's only for the iOS 5 version at the moment. By the end of this fall, they're hoping to get the new iPad version out, so that will be coming in the fall.
Fall 2014?
Fall 2013. This is fall, but by the end.
Okay.
So hopefully. So you can use this on your BlackBerry, your Android, your iPhone, if you have the iPad and iPad Touch, all those different tools. And you can also use them on different browser sites too. Safari, Chrome, Dolphin. Those are some of the browser sites you can access if you don't want to use an app in particular. So the other thing I want to talk about is Edgy Apps. Has anyone ever taken a look into the different tools that are available to put inside your Canvas course? Okay, because I want to spend a lot of time there because there's some great items that you can pull in for different integrations with assessments and just blogging and different things like that. So we're going to take a few minutes and look at that during this. There is a website, it's eduapps.org, and you can find that, but where you're going to access it easier is right in the settings of your course, so we will show you that. So all of this information that I'm going to talk about is inside of a faculty training course that I've built. You can join the course. This is the URL to it right here. There's canvas.uw.edu/enroll G339T4.
Is there a link on Canvas?
Yes, there is. So you can do that. So just go ahead and put that URL in. It'll come up to a page that says join this course, and you can click on the button. It's a public course. So what I'm going to do with that course is gradually start building it out with lots of different information. So I'll always be adding to it, so you may want to just check what you need at any particular time. So this is what the course looks like right now.
So, I'm sorry, Lisa, I can join this
You can
once I
join
get
this
into
course.
Canvas?
Yes. Just type in the last part of it, which was the G3329.
How do we join something in Canvas?
What is it?
It's a public course. So when I created the course, I went into my settings and I said I want this to be publicly visible. And that will put a join this course button into your course. Okay, now, if you're already a UMW user, then you have access to do that. If you're not a user and someone outside the university wants to do it, then you have to share the link to that course with them to give them that information. Okay. So I want to play this video for you really quick. Just a minute. Hopefully the sound works. We started to test it, we didn't finish. And it's not working.
See if there's something on the panel.
you have to in a way you actually want to. Do all the cool things Canvas can do,
Get you all
but it's
set.
actually more about the cool things you can do with a little help from Canvas. With fewer clicks and steps, stuff like Speed Grader and drag and drop calendaring will give you more time in a day. You can do what you have to in a way you actually want to. The communication between teacher and learner is so critical, and with Canvas, it's on your terms. Students can receive notifications, submit work, and interact with learning materials on the devices they use and in the ways they're used to. And Canvas's open platform lets you provide feedback and other interaction using video, blogs, wikis, or several other ways. You know the learning experience you want to create, and Canvas is the perfect sidekick. Bring the best of the web into your lessons with open integrations, reinvent assessments with richer content, easily tie outcomes to your grading, and then monitor it all with analytics. Teaching or learning is what you do. Helping you make it simple, smart, and transformative is what Canvas does. Give it a try. See what Canvas can do for you.
So the reason I wanted to show you that video is because there are so many things in Canvas that I think that as we go through the normal course of the day, we're just using the syllabus, the pages, the modules, the assignments, and we're not taking the time to go in and really build out that course to be something exciting. So what you can do here is bring in all kinds of different tools called integrations, like it showed you, and we're going to take a look at a few of those. I want to go through that first. This is a handout as well, so there's a link at the bottom of this that you can download this handout, and it'll give you the instructions on how to do it. So basically, Edgy Apps are LTIs. LTIs are Learning Tool Interoperability. So they're third-party applications and programs that you can bring into your course, things like TED Talks, Twitter feeds, WordPress blogs. You can bring in just a variety of things to help you with assessment. I'm going to show you several of them. It's located under Settings of your course. So if you've got your computer right now and you're logged into one of your courses, just click under Settings and go to Apps, and you can see all of the installed apps right here that are available to you. There's 175 of them, I think, at this point. Yeah, so
You have to be inside of the course.
all of these inside the course.
So I'm inside the course, where apps?
Settings, and the Apps is the last tab
Oh, in the inside.
inside your
This
course.
is not
No,
my course.
no, it's inside your course. Go to your settings.
That's on, that's, take course.
Oh, I want to send it to
Settings?
Yeah.
Apps.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So you can see some of the things you may have already used as you are building out your courses that you're familiar with. So things like Piazza, which is a program for presentations. Quizlets, building out flashcards for your students. These are just a few. If you do a lot of TED Talks, you can bring that into your course right there so that you can start accessing and download TED Talks easily.
So you just click on them in order to use them.
Yeah, let me show you some of them. Yeah. So we have Twitter in here as well. As you can see, you just keep on going through the different ones here. There's Khan Academy if you want to bring in any of that science material.
Oh, does the Khan Academy here also include the art? Because they have fantastic art history videos.
Do they really? That's
Yeah.
great. I don't know. We'll have to see. So let's go to Khan Academy and take a look. So let's
I highly recommend it.
find it in here.
It's
Look
at
at
the
the
top.
top.
It's right at the top.
It's not alphabetical on that one?
You can, you
Middle.
press it.
Oh, okay. Usually they're alphabetical. I guess that's one of the more popular ones. So let's see, you can search for and embed the Khan Academy lessons and exercises into the materials, focusing on maths and science. Doesn't say specifically, but you can give it a try. But let's go ahead and take a look at it because this would be a good example. So if you want to put the Khan Academy link into your course, you're simply going to click on Add the Tool. And ask you for your name, you're going to submit it. And then you'll see that it's here in your course. So you can see right now, I'm looking at all the apps I've already got installed in here. I have Twitter and Vimeo already installed inside of this course, and I've just added the Khan Academy. So now where is it? These two badges right here tell you where it is. It's in an editor button, which means it's now part of your rich content editor menu. And you'll have a little button there to just click on. And it's also a resource selection. And a resource selection means if you're building a module and you click to add content, you'll see external tool is one of those options, and then you'll bring it up there. So let's show you an example of that.
Can you do that just with pages? Does it have to be a module?
You can add these tools to assignments, pages, modules, and also sometimes some of these tools will be navigation buttons to the left. They'll add it there. You probably saw that when you saw the course evaluation buttons. That was an LTI integration tool that we did for the students to do evaluations on your course. So that's one of the things we did there. So I want to show you what the Twitter one looks like in this particular course. I installed the Twitter application, and so what I'm doing is I'm bringing my Twitter feed into my course right here. And the way you're going to do that, the way you're going to do that is go to your Twitter account, and then you're going to check on, I should open mine, hold on, well, I'll do that in a minute. Go to your Twitter account and go to widgets, and you're going to copy the embed code. And so that's all you need to do is put that in here. So right now I have pulled in the tweets to UNW CTLN, which is the Campus Teaching and Learning Network, where I put out information, so make sure you follow. And if I want to specifically put something in, let's see, we just did OpenVA. So let's say I can go to hashtag OpenVA, or you can do hashtag EDUC510. Whatever it is, anything that you may have a course in, you can pull that into your course as well. So that way your students, when they comment on their Twitter feeds and they use the hashtag for your course, all that information is downloaded in one area for them to view. And it's live.
Is that a page you created and then embedded the code in the page?
This one I did. This
That's-
one I
that's-
did.
That's a special page that you created?
Yes, this,
Okay.
no, this one I did it. I'll show you the way that I did it. So I'm in modules, and I clicked here to do add content. So this is a resource. And from the top here, I chose external tool. And it's going to show me all the tools that I have already added, as I showed you earlier, how to add them into here.
And you would do that the same with pages? The same way with pages?
With pages, you're going to build it out by using the rich content editor. So let's go to edit the page. So now you see at the top here, I've got a Twitter button, a Vimeo button, all the different buttons that when you saw the little the tab that said resource, it comes up right here.
And if you click on that Twitter button, it's going to ask you to copy in the code, right?
Exactly, see,
Okay.
embed your Twitter code.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we get the code
From your Twitter account, go into your settings and into widget. And what we'll do at the end of this is go ahead and work on a few things so that you have some hands-on here. And then if you have, after this 1 hour session, if you have additional questions about Canvas that you're needing help with, we'll do those after this session. What do you want to say?
Well, you can just filter a hashtag. That's what I do, so all the stuff that is tagged this way.
Okay, I mean, I wanted to bring you back here so you can see some more of the items that are in here. Now, some of these items are paid for, so you have to have a subscription, but most of them in here are free. So most of them will simply be a free tool. You click add the tool and it downloads it right into there. You've integrated it, you're good to go. Some of them will ask you for a secret and a key. So you might have to email a vendor to ask for that. Usually when it just asks for that information, it's free. You just have to get that information so they know who's using their tool, basically. But then there are other ones that you'll find in here, like our Blue Explorance that we did. That's a paid program. So you will know when you click on it, when it asks for vendor information and contact, you know you're going to have to pay for that one.
And so how did you get back to this page?
It's under settings.
So once you added something, you know, for instance, I just added the Khan Academy.
Okay, you just added
So I
Khan
have that
Academy.
page, and then I can just go back to settings, it should be,
No, so now you want to use it, the Khan Academy, so you've added it in here already. Okay, and now what do you want to do with it? Do you want to put it inside of a page or a module? You're going to go to either of those.
I see, okay.
Losing my arrow over here. Let's see, you've got your Flickr, you've got ones that I've seen everybody use here a lot are in here. We have VoiceThread. So just go ahead and take some time to go through some of these and what you'd like to bring in and think of different ways that you want to do it. The YouTube capture is a great one. So right now within Canvas, you can go ahead and upload a video, but YouTube capture, if you integrate that in there, then your students can use their mobile phones, record their videos, and upload it directly into your course. Yes?
Every time I get settings, I get my settings, I don't see it.
Now go to Apps tab.
Here, so that's because you're on your user profile, now you need to go into a course.
Oh, okay.
Courses. You just go to the drop down.
It's the settings within your course, not the settings in
Yeah,
your
just click
account.
on course. It's a setting for a course, so you activate an app for that course.
So we have to be in one of our courses.
To add it, because these can be added to individual courses. It can be added on a sub-account level, which would be like the College of Arts and Science, or it can be added on the university level. So I'll probably put the Twitter one on the university level. Now that people are going to start seeing all the different ones that are available, whereas you may want to specifically put VoiceThread just in your one course, but not in another course.
Right, okay.
So,
And the web capture, what kinds of tools do students need? A smartphone?
yeah, just a camera on their cell phone will work. Their iPad has a camera, their laptop
So
has a
the
camera.
iPad works as well as the
Yeah,
smartphone?
any mobile device that they have. Okay. Now, feel free to play with these, put them in there. If they're free, if you don't like them, simply delete them. Go back to your settings.
Well, that's the issue, Lisa. When I go on that, I see so much there, and I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I'd love to use some of these tools, but most of them I have no idea what they do, and I have no idea how they might be able to help me. There's just so much there.
Right, there's an awful lot there. So when you scroll, when you just hover over one of the items on the menu, it'll give you a brief description. And if you click on that description, it'll open it up to another page with a little more information, but there's always a link to the website
Okay.
of that particular application, so you can look at it a little bit more in depth from their own website.
Okay.
But play with them, put them in here, click on view what's already installed. If you don't want it, just delete it. And if you're not comfortable doing it within the course, one of the courses that you're teaching, send me an email and I'll create a sandbox course for you that you can play in. So, any questions on that in particular? How many of you, everybody brought a laptop or computer? Not everybody, no. So the other thing we're going to take a look at is Canvas Mobile. We have a page in here on that, and again, you can go in and download it. So how many people have a cell phone with them today? Just a few. Okay, so you can get out your cell phones and go to your App Center and download one of the apps for that. You can do this while we're talking, or you can wait and do it later, whichever way you want to do. But this is a page that you're going to come to once you've downloaded it. You have to put in information to the university, what's our URL to that, and it's either canvas.umw.edu or it's umw.instructure.edu, and that information is right here. Okay. And the difference is it depends on what you're using, if you're using your Android, if you're using your iPhone. So try one of those addresses or the other.
This is also good for an iPad?
This is also good for an iPad. If you're on the Canvas network doing a MOOC, then the address you want to use is learn.canvas.net, because that's not UMW specific, that's the Canvas network. Okay, and then you're going to put in your own UMW login credentials, your network user ID and password.
So Canvas for iOS, is that the one I want?
It's orange.
I'm putting in my right username and password, but it's not taking it. Is it?
Taking your username and password.
Take a look at.
This is, it's not this one?
That's the older one, so if that's the one that came up for you.
Yeah.
There
it's
were a bunch,
because-
there were different ones.
The orange one that I showed you is the newer iOS 6. The gray one with the circle is the older version, iOS 5.
But they're just.
But it's going to depend on your phone, what you have on your phone.
I have a whole bunch of, it's just ways.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
I'm not quite sure about, I'm pretty sure I got it
Yep.
all, but.
And if you have it on the iPad, you're only going to see this time the gray one, the gray logo, not the orange one.
I must
That
have
version's
typed
not
it.
out yet.
It helps when I stand behind you.
Yes.
If I have magic powers.
And you can also type in Speed Grader, Canvas Speed Grader, and get that particular app so you can do your grading from your iPad or your
That's so
iPhone.
cool.
Or
Now
you're
I
on
can
a
grade
plane
on the
going
gym.
somewhere.
So just type in Canvas, it's Canvas speaker.
Canvas Speed. So just to show you what that's going to look like, once you've gotten in and you've done that, you come up to a screen that looks like this. And the whole intention of mobile apps with Canvas is so that you can do your entire course by using your mobile phone or your iPad. And it looks like this. It gives you all the information. So there are 5 main areas to the screen.
Why did that one?
The little person at the top should be your picture.
There's nothing that comes up for Canvas.
Okay. Here comes something.
No, it says there are no results for Canvas Speed Grader.
Okay.
That's what it says.
All right.
So,
Try just Speed
and it's
Grader.
iOS 7.
Yeah.
Did you look just on Canvas?
I did Canvas Speed Grader.
I would search just for Canvas.
And like the app
It didn't come up for Canvas either. That word
Yeah.
didn't come up at all.
Keep giving it a try, Speed Grader.
No results for Speed Grader.
Okay, we'll take a look at.
And it's iOS 7, so maybe they hasn't been.
No, I'm in here.
Actually, yeah.
I've got
It is
Canvas.
there.
I'll just look at Canvas.
Now, it does use some flash technology, and that may take a little bit of time to load on your phone.
Here's everything that comes up. Oops.
And you'll find that on the iPad as well. Some parts of Canvas, when the screen comes up blank, it needs flash. So you want to make sure that your flash is updated. And just one tip I can give you is if you look in your URL right here, if you see like a little symbol that looks like a shield, a medieval shield, that means you need to update your flash. And if you click on that, then your page will appear.
I can't get out of the black screen.
You can't get out of the blank screen, so you may have a flash issue. We'll take a look at everything when we.
Doesn't matter if
Don't give up on it if it's not working. You know, the network's not so great now.
That's just for faculty. No, we're not talking student app.
This is available for students and instructors. Okay, so the only difference that you will see is right here, the students have a grade average. You won't see that as an instructor because you don't have any grades. So there are 5 parts for a student and 4 parts for an instructor. Okay, so you have right here is your profile, your settings, your personal account, your inbox, your help, all of that. Right here is a default picture of a university. You can change this picture just by clicking on it and putting in any kind of picture that you want to put in. Right here you have your notifications, your messages, everything shows up right here, and you just click on one of these to go to that area, and then this is your course list. So if I were to click here on Spanish 101, it would take me into my course, and then within that course I'm going to see the exact same tabs that I would see.
Oh, that's why. Speed Grader, I think, is only the iPad.
It's only for the
So
iPad.
Speed Grader is only the iPad.
That would do it.
Not the iPhone.
Okay,
That's
I can
why.
do it on my iPad.
Yeah, because you really wouldn't want to, because
I don't
you
know
can't
how
really
to do
see.
it on my phone. My
Yeah.
iPad, I can see it.
Yeah,
It could be fun, depending on what it is.
Yeah.
Like a quiz or something, I could do a quiz on the phone.
Yeah, but I don't think it delineates at this point, so it's like if they're putting a paper up
Yeah.
as a file, it just, I don't think it works.
I keep getting internet connection appears to be offline, so maybe that's why you're not pulling it up.
I'm on.
No,
I wasn't connecting
Can you try to get it in on your phone?
Yeah.
Connected.
And then just
Yeah,
pass it around so people can see. There's both the speed grader and the iOS 5 on there. So Martha's going to get the connection going on my iPad, and she'll pass it around so you guys can take some time to look at it specifically.
So everything that you have in your Canvas site can be viewed on your phone?
Absolutely.
Videos, whatever you have?
Mhm.
Okay,
Just remember, if it's Flash, it's going to take a little while for it to load.
okay.
So, you know, you might want to load it ahead of time and then come back to it. And the reports are, it could be as long as 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some, depending on how big your Flash file is. So that's an issue. But when you go into your course, your Spanish 101 course, and you click on that, you'll see the tabs, just like you'll see in your course. So for assignments, discussions, files, all of that, you can upload files. And the same way. So the students, they can check their grades in their different classes. They can submit assignments to you from their iPhone. You can read their assignments. You can join a discussion. You can send messages. All of both students and instructors have both those capabilities. So,
Lisa, is there a particular class that there's content that they'll be able to see in the speed grader?
you can click on any of them. Do one of the cat ones.
This one? And there should be submissions they can. Yeah, see, but there's no, like, they can't actually see any submissions for assignments.
Oh, that'll be great.
This is Twitter.
Yeah, because that's the test one. Sorry.
That's okay.
Just keep poking on it.
Yeah, I started from the beginning of the semester with this one, with these hashtags, and I have students hashtag their posts so that it's sortable this way. But yeah, it's true, like old posts, I don't know if there's a way to get back and edit them. Add the hashtags.
On here, then you go to, it just listed it.
Well, no, when I just post things on Twitter, I just type in that hashtag, and then, so a student will post like blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Great, so appropriate. And then they'll just be like 535.
Okay, there are a few caveats about this. As I said, it has to be iOS 6 or higher. On your iPad 2.0 is coming out pretty soon. There are going to be a few differences between what an iOS app does and what the Android app does. In particular, one of them is in the grading area, viewing the grades. The only other thing that you cannot do right now, Steve, is groups, because they have disabled that, because there's a bug in it right now, and they're trying to fix it, but that'll be
That's the
coming
only
back.
thing.
That's the only thing.
You
But that'll
can't
be
do
coming
groups
back.
on your mobile devices.
Right, on your mobile device. Okay, but look for that to come back, and I'll send out an email when it does. The landscape mode is only for the iPad, not for your iPhone, so you can't turn your screen and manipulate it the way that you do. I told you about Flash, and that's about it. If you're sending a text message to someone has set up notifications to go to their text message, or you've set up your notifications to receive text from students, the text will appear with a number ending in 10 in the area code, and that's how you identify it as an instructor Canvas text. It doesn't say Canvas. Okay.
So if you had them text, you would give them, like they would text to an email address?
You would set up in your notifications of your course that you want to receive text
And then you
from your
type in a phone
students.
number?
No,
No.
yes, you set up your cell phone number in your
Oh,
profile.
Okay.
Okay, so when a student wants to send you information, it'll go to wherever it is. If you set it up for an email and a text, it'll go to both places. But when you get it on your phone, you'll recognize it'll have a 10 in the area code, like 410 or 810.
Does anybody want to take a look at how this works? I have a course with student assignments in it, if you want to kind of scroll through and see how it works. I don't know if anybody here.
To the speed grader?
That's the speaker. Yeah. I can finish. This is actually last night how real students work, so we want to change their grades. But yeah, so if you just scroll through.
So if you've never gone to the Canvas guides, all of this information, picture by picture, step by step, is in a Canvas guide on how to do something for you. We have instructor guides and we have student guides. This is by instructor, so it's updated constantly.
So you get there by,
You go to
Sometimes I just search on
help.instructor.com
Google.
or the help from you can
Be like, you can't
Google
do
Canvas
help.
guides. But the help button in your course,
Oh,
you
search
click on
Canvas
that,
guides.
search Canvas Guides.
Oh, right, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you can get all your step-by-step help from there. And the mobile guide has just been updated. There's a mobile tablet guide down here, student guide, just scroll on down. So all of that information is pretty good. I was going to attach it and print some of the pages out. There's like 350 pages, so you really don't want to print it out, right? Just find what you're looking for. Okay. Any questions on that? iPhone right now? No? All right, good. All right, so I think let's go back to the Edgy Apps and play with that. So any of you who have your computer with you and you want to try some of the installs on that, we'll go ahead and take some time to work through those now. If you don't have any more questions, anyone have any questions specifically on mobile? Okay, SpeedGrader? Okay, good, your iPads?
So we get to this on the iPad through iTunes.
Through iTunes or the Google Play Store if you have an Android. And it's free.
And what is it called if you do a search?
Instructure by Canvas.
Instructure?
Instructure Canvas.
So,
And look for
Lisa,
the orange one if you have a newer version.
I joined,
Oh, on the iPad, yours will be orange.
I joined your group now. It's not now coming down on my, shouldn't it come to up?